Good morning, it's Wednesday, February 22nd, 2017. From the Total Soccer Show, Dirty Tackle, and Howler Magazine, this is The Goalmouth. I'm George Qureshi, and we begin with the U.S. Under-20 team, which bounced back from its very poor game against Panama to beat Haiti 4-1 last night in Costa Rica. Brooks Lennon got a hat trick. Link to the highlights is in today's email. I should note that Haiti was really, really bad, and the fact that the U.S. conceded the first goal to such a weak team is, if not troubling, then at least not reassuring, and fans of the U.S. needed some reassurance after the team lost to a Panama side that played with 10 men for most of the game. 10 boys. These are U20s, by the way. The final group match is on Friday against St. Kitts and Nevis. 2 against 1. That does not seem fair. Anyway, the U.S. will progress with a win and probably a tie. And the next stage is a 3-team round robin in which the top 2 teams advance to the World Cup, if I'm getting this right, or the World Championship or whatever. So they still have a pretty good chance, but it's going to be harder than it's been up till now. Wow, what a game in Manchester. Okay, what a game. Lead changes, so many goals, a come from behind win. It looked so exciting as I followed along on my Twitter feed because I couldn't be sitting in front of a TV. But I do have some facts and figures for you. According to Opta, Manchester City 5, Monaco 3 was the highest scoring first leg of a Champions League knockout round match ever. Bonanza, as the Opta, the dry Opta Twitter account said. And Radamel Falcao's 2 goals equaled the number he scored in Manchester during his entire loan to United. He actually had 4 goals as a Red, but only 2 of them were scored in Manchester. Tomorrow's matchups are Porto Juventus and Sevilla Leicester City. I'm going to take those in reverse order. Sid Lowe has a nice profile of Steven Nzonzi in The Guardian. Nzonzi played a few years for Stoke, and now he's at Sevilla, where he has become, in Lowe's estimation, perhaps the best player in Spain not named Lionel Messi. Wow. And he's still not ever been capped by France. That's amazing. Most important, he's got a great sense of humor, as demonstrated by this subtle dig at David Beckham. The most important thing is the challenge, he says. You are not on holiday. If not, I would play in Miami. Well, there is no team in Miami, but you know what I'm saying. On to Porto Juventus, which Leonardo Bonucci will be watching from the stands after quarreling with manager Massimo Allegri. I think that's his... You know what? I think his name is Massimo Allegri. I meant to check that. I forgot to. I'm recording. I'm just going to go with it. Massimo Allegri. During Juve's match this weekend, he will be on the bench. They apparently got into a heated discussion toward the end of the game this weekend, and when Bonucci went to the locker room without shaking hands with anybody, including the opposition or his own coach... His coach didn't like that. Says Allegri, this is a decision taken in agreement with the club. It was a scene which was not in keeping with my style, and it is not on, particularly because it was seen by millions of children. Got to think about the children. Allegri continued, I have decided I will make a charitable donation next week, and I will reveal who it will go to in the days to come. I think it's the right thing to do and shows my responsibility. I'm not sure why Allegri feels the need to pay up, but hey, good for him. He's part of a fine tradition of managers this week donating to good causes, sometimes for no reason, like Allegri, and sometimes because they shot the bird at some fans. In his defense, Carlo Ancelotti does claim that the Hertha Berlin fan spat at him, as Brooks reported on Monday. To close the loop on that bizarre story, Ancelotti says he'll be giving 5,000 euros to the DFB Foundation, and the DFB has decided that no further discipline is necessary. How convenient. Not all managers are quite so giving. No, sir. Jose Mourinho, asked about Luke Shaw's place in his Manchester United team, has said, Luke has to wait for his chance. He has to work better and better, knowing that I give nothing for free. When I give something for the players, it is expensive for me. It is not cheap. So, no handouts for Luke Shaw. As you probably know, we are giving away 1 Howler subscription this week. Like that segue? You need to listen to all 5 shows, each of which contains 1 secret word, and on Friday we'll tell you how to submit the code for a chance to win this incredible prize of a Howler subscription. Today's word is tackles. That's Tackles, tackles. Okay, enough about Luke Shaw. I know you came here for Wayne Shaw, poor Wayne Shaw, who, as he continues to munch away at his 15 minutes of fame, is proving that, like cake, you can't have your pie and eat it too, or you can't eat a pie if other people have placed bets on whether or not you're going to eat the pie. Shaw is now under investigation by the FA and the Gambling Commission. That's a thing apparently in England, the Gambling Commission. And he was asked to resign by Sutton United, which he did tearfully, according to manager Paul Doswell. Shaw himself had previously told BBC Radio 4, quote, We are told we are not allowed to gamble as it is full-time professional football. In no way did I put anyone in jeopardy of that. This is not the case here. This is just a bit of fun and me being hungry. Look, as someone who has made a handful of ill-advised jokes in his time, occasionally from Howler's Twitter handle, and lived to pay the consequences, I really sympathize with a 46-year-old, 322-pound, hilarious backup goalkeeper who fans call the roly-poly goalie. In fact, this story really got me down. Wayne Shaw is guilty of nothing more than having a terrific sense of humor. I'm glad Sutton did so well in the FA Cup. A few weeks ago, we dedicated an entire episode of my other podcast, Dummy, to their run because it was such a special story. But it's a shame that Sutton's brush with big corporate soccer caused this little club to lose its soul too. My name is George Qureshi. Taylor Rockwell will be with you tomorrow morning. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter where you can click out to all the stories I've mentioned on this podcast. The link to sign up is in the show notes. And I leave you with today's Goalmouth top tip. Next time, just bet on the freaking game. If you're going to lose your job for making a funny joke, you might as well pad the retirement account.